Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Star Ladder broadcast. The name is Sir Daddy, and we're gonna be taking a look at this matchup: GameAgents versus Fragsters. And well, this should be quite the exciting affair, to be honest. No, seeing refresh back to the Fragsters roster after I don't know, after quite a long hiatus. I do believe. I think he was once in the roster, but quite a while ago in GameAgents now with the addition of Zero. So now this should be quite the interesting affair here, though the fight in middle does work out for the pistols somehow. The Terrorcide pistols are working out quite well indeed. But I still have GameAgents now. Kinda not a very good spot, to be completely honest with you. Probably were expecting to win the aim duels from the get-go. Color, having that USPS in his hands, was probably expected. Oh, I should be able to tap down at least a couple down in second mid. But the fight lasted way too long than it probably should have been. So, GameAgents, they're now playing on this sort of 2-on-2 setup. The problem is for them is that GameAgents, Gameson, if he's able to land shots like that, it's not that bad. The thing I was trying to say that they need to land some of the important shots here. Zero, they're doing a very good job at doing so. He could use some backup here as now GameAgents. Well, it's not that bad, to be completely honest with you. Torbian and Stavin. Torben, probably gonna... Ooh, okay. That's a very nice gush on one of the players. Stavin should be the one to plant the bomb. And Torben's position isn't that bad. The headshot angle does work out for him now. Fleeve, I mean... once the bomb does tick through, oh no, that's a double peek. That's scary for Fleeve. He's got to be careful, but now, as he is making his way even so closer to the side, he picks up one. This is looking good. Fleeve with 2 taps. And that will be the round for GameAgents, as he is shaking his, I do believe, mouse in satisfaction. The 2 taps. Okay, now GameAgents. Yes, they do end up winning that one, but man, oh man, wasn't that a close affair? It was definitely close right now. But Fragsters, they're able to make it work, and round like this, they're in fact gonna go for a force buy, if you will, with that AK-47. Oh no, this is gonna be scary for GameAgents. Yes, Zero is able to kill Dragonfly, but they have no idea of the dangers in second mid. Bubsky, though, right around the corner, should be killing Color, or maybe even not. GameAgents now are coming through. In fact, they're able to annihilate every single player, and it doesn't even matter if they had a force buy going. They're just getting completely demolished here. If only they knew there was... okay, PBD picks up the AK-47, but... oh boy. I mean, Fragsters, they weren't able to accomplish, I have to be honest with you, anything in that round. Like, that was kind of ripped for them from the get-go. So not having much of a chance at a round that we saw previously, they might just be able to have a bit more success here. Maybe they might just be able to plant the bomb, make things a bit better, because last round they weren't able to accomplish anything. Maybe a single kill would be still a bit better, but no. Color is now cleaning up the apps, and so Zero times in. But even Fragsters, again, they weren't able to do much. GameAgents, very strong start. Except for the pistol, alright, except for the pistol round. That was maybe not as strong as one might think. But yeah, Fragsters now gonna have to show us their worth on the gun round, in which don't really have too much to offer. But they do have 5 AK-47s, which is pretty good already. And GameAgents, they're in fact gonna go for the double up setup straight up. Straight on the first gun round. They're not even gonna wait for anything. For some, the double up setup is maybe not an act of desperation, but just to try and ensure they might just have a bit more chances of winning the round. Especially when it didn't really work out to win rounds with just rifles, and now Gabeson kills the jumping Bubsky. And I think Fragsters, they know, okay, we know at least where one of the ops is stationed at. maybe we should try to shift our focus back towards A if possible. But I don't know, the way the bomb is maneuvering, it is quite hard to say. I think, yeah, definitely, if you're Fragsters, try to take mid presence. Like, we already seeing some players down there towards the middle. And I think they're actually going to try to commit here if possible. But before that, I think Torben's definitely got to use his utility that he does have, like that Molotov being popped up. And he's going to be able to clear out Banana. And I think he's also ready up to throw a smoke. But the thing is, though, yes, the CT smoke drops. So those two players on B are going to be kept at bay. But they're still, you know, GameAgents. They still got 3 players on A side. And they're actually going to go for the rotate here, Fragsters. This could still work out for them. But the fact that they're going to be having only 20 or so seconds to work with is definitely not that good. A second Molotov being cropped up. And now GameAgents, they're still in pretty good positions. Gameson does drop. And so PBD, if he drops the bomb carrier, that could be enough. But no, Fragsters and their entering is way too fast. And now GameAgents, I think, yes, they're definitely going to try to go for the retake here if possible. Dragonfly has got the op, though. So it could be a scary weapon in his possession. They still have some of that utility, GameAgents, which also is pretty good. Yeah, Dragonfly, yes, he changed up the position. Zero, though, was a bit too quick. And so Refresh kills 1, and now Zero is going to try to clutch here, but the positioning, yeah, it's pretty good for Fragsters, I'd say. Maybe even too good. Doesn't really have to go for this one. I'd say backing away could be the correct choice. And probably that's something he should be doing and not just dying to the bomb, which... Oh. Okay, that was quite weird, I'd say, from the point of view of Zero. That was unnecessary, to say the least. He just could have backed away. Simple as that. Yes, he ends up killing the last 2 Fragster players in the process, whether it be his rifle or the bomb exploding. But was it really that worth it? I don't think so, to be honest. I mean, the good thing for the Hungarians, well, 3 Hungarians, is that Fragsters, even though they do make another investment here, it's not looking that good for them. So maybe the rifles of GameAgents might just be able to come on through here. Zero, though, there is a gap in the smoke. He kills 2. And that is good for Zero, as he does back away at this point. Fragsters, and they're gonna, that seems to be take mid control. I mean, there's Dragonfly here. Color does peek through. Color does get unlucky, you could say, by missing the shot. And I don't think he realized the Dragonfly is in fact there towards Library. Yes, Color does realize it. Will he win the fight, though? I mean, with the USPS, apparently not. That's an AWP being dropped down, and now Zero's got to be careful. Because there are players in short, there are players in apps. Zero picking up the guy in short, maybe the guy in apps as well. He could even try to go for the ace here if possible. Yes, he does kill Refresh. And now Dragonfly, he does have the AWP, but that is about it. That is about it. So even, yeah, we saw Fragsters winning the gun round. Also, they're not going to be able to win the consecutive round, which means that they're gonna have to eco. That's the only way. Or even a force buy, really, because they might have to go for double eco, and yeah, it looks like there's gonna be a force buy. Dragonfly opting to go for the deagle. I think he's gonna try to maybe save up for the AWP a bit later on, but yeah. What is Fragster's game plan? I honestly don't know. What are they gonna come up here? I mean, Zero trying to peek on through here. Okay, then Zero. He's just having a good old-fashioned shooting range here, but yeah, I mean, now they've actually dropped 2 players here, Bubsky and Stavin, but I think this is still going to be the round for GameAgents. I think if you take a look at the scoreboard real quick, I think Zero's got something like, wow, 14 frags apparently. Okay, he's having quite a good game here. I'm not sure if he's going to be the full-on player here for GameAgents, but I think so far he's doing a pretty good job. And I think because there are 3 Hungarians, 1 Swede, and 1 player in the form of Zero, whom I do believe is from Slovakia, if I recall correctly. I think the communication now has got to be in English from the GameAgents team. There's no other way of putting it. it has to be in English at this point, and well, I guess it's kind of working out. Because something like Hungarian, it's quite different from, say, other European languages. Like, it's nothing similar to, say, like Slavic languages or even Nordic languages. So I'm pretty sure the comms got to be in English on the CT side. But on the CT side, like, that's it. I mean, even though your comms might be in English, you might be having a bit better time at just holding off the angles. You don't really have to have some next level communication. Your IGL tells you to hold the angle. You hold the angle. And so far, I guess that's pretty good. Gabeism, though, yeah, that's not that bad. Kills 2 people with the MP9, but he did get quite unlucky right there. But that is still the round here for GameAgents. And, you know, a team like GameAgents, they can definitely give themselves a pat on the back. I mean, so far, so good. You know, they are able to have those double up setups as well coming into play. They have been able to win some of the more crucial rounds into the game. And now Fragsters, they're probably going to start feeling the heat on Inferno if they're not able to win for, say, this round. Because GameAgents having 6. And Fragsters having only 1 round doesn't scream too good here, but Darwin does kill Davis. That is definitely a good start for the Danish team. PBD though, holding on through. Now he's got some backup in the form of Color. Color's gonna peek on through. He's gonna kill Dragonfly in the process. So that is very good to see. Color coming in here, getting the kill, and also probably gonna continue on holding the angle to help out his teammate. But this does mean that there are 2 players on the B side from GameAgents and 2 on the A side. And to be completely honest with you, the A side players, they don't have a lot of intel. They don't have a lot of intel, and if a push does happen here, it may not be that easy here. Okay, the Molotovs do delay them, but now GameAgents, yes, there we go. PBD rotates in, but now Fragsters are gonna be going for the play here. Oh no, Color! That probably should have been a double kill, but at least he's good for 1. Fleeve though coming in from behind. There's no way in the world he expects it. Refresh. And now that's the bomb being dropped, so the wraparound is a complete failure here for Fragsters. And yes, Upski is able to... Oh, okay, he's dropped that. Fleeve as well with 2 frags. And 3 in the end. So GameAgents now up on 7. Well, GameAgents 7-1. I mean, so far, like I said, so far so good for them. Like, the double op setup has been really coming into fruition. If one of the players is not able to do much, okay, Fragsters though, they're actually coming through here. They're doing quite a lot of damage, but at the same time, the players are quite low in HP. Bubsky able to kill PBD, apparently not. PBD has got the HP advantage, and well, he's actually gonna get cut off by the looks of things, so that's not really that good. But Fragsters now, they're kind of stuck here at CT spawn, to be completely honest with you. They can go towards B right, but there's quite a narrow path towards B. So at this point, not sure whether they come up with. What is their game plan? I guess the good thing for Fragsters... Oh, okay, now they're making noise. Now they're making noise. GameAgents are now going to definitely expect the bomb to be planted. Okay. Stavin will actually go in here. Yes, he peeks through the smoke. That is actually some very sick stuff there from Stavin. Fleeve and Zero, will they actually commit here? Looks like they will. They have to clear out 1. They won't clear out the angles the 2nd time. And now Stavin's got the op, which means that he should be able to possession to kill Zero, as he does right here. And, well, looks like Fragsters are able to win the round. I said they were in a pretty bad spot, but hey, looks like they're able to win that round. I would have liked to see... Actually, the B player, not to say in Banana, I think he should have continued on holding towards CT with the AWP, but Looks like they just didn't go for the play here. Okay, missing the shot, but it's not that bad. Looks like Fragsters, I think for the first time ever, are going to be actually taking apps control here. Dragonfly coming in. Could he get a frag here? Or if there is a player like Fleeve, oh yes. He's actually able to back away, but there's Color picking up one. Torben as well. The frags, they're still going in favor of get his Fragsters. So far, so good for the Danes. Okay, Dragonfly, that's good. That's very good. If you're game agents, I think Gabeson and PBD should even think about maybe maximizing their chances by, say, putting two players into the site, because now having one on one part of the map and the other on the other just doesn't make a lot of sense. I think now now I think Gabeson should continue on with the rotate, but it's simply not going to be fast enough. It's going to be quite late to be exact, and Gabeson, if you take a look at the money game real quick, the money's not doing so hot for game agents, so yeah, definitely consider saving at this point. Well now, could this be the case, right? Could this be a couple more rounds being won here for Fragsters? Like, you have to admit, like, Dragonfly, he's been doing a pretty good job at entering on these bomb sites, as well as with the AWP. Torben also doing a pretty good job in Banana. That could be just what Fragsters needs right now, right? That could be just about it. Game agents, I think, yes. I think game agents should simply go for Nico. Looks like Zero is going to be handed over the M4. I think it's due to his score at this point in time. It's actually looking very good for him. He's been doing quite a lot of damage, as well as actually peeking A apps from time to time, and also doing getting a couple frags there, which isn't that bad. And they're actually going to be putting a lot of fate here in Zero, just handing him the one rifle, and the rest of the guys going to try to push Banana, but they're taking their sweet time. In fact, Fragsters, they're not going to be committing just yet. Gabeson might be surprised to see a couple more faces there in T-stairs. Gotta be careful right now. Even if you team like Fragsters, I think you realize that probably game agents don't have the best of buys coming into a round like this, which means that you have to be extremely careful not to run into a stack. Those could be risky. And the fact that Fragsters have only AK-47s and that one AWP in the hands of Dragonfly, I think having one player try to risk through and try to, say, peek somewhere that could be enough. Okay, that's a interesting peek from PPD. I think Fragsters right now going to commit onto the B side. The problem is there's still two guys here. Color. He'll be able to get a frag, maybe so. Yes, he does. He actually killed Bubsky. I think the rest of the guys will commit. This is where they couldn't make a mistake, but looks like, oh no. Looks like they will go towards B. They probably think, oh, B is probably empty. They probably only have those pistols, but there's still Zero with the M4. And as they're taking their sweet time here, like, Zero's not that bad of a position, though. There we go, spawns out 2. That's a lot, but Stavin does come in from CT. Able to spawn out Zero. And also able to win the round for his team. Otherwise, that could have been a horrible round to lose for Fragsters. Just because of that one player with a rifle. Okay, crisis averted. Now it's time to convert some of those T-side rounds. Make the T-side a bit more doable for Fragsters, because 7-4, yeah, it's quite decent for game agents so far, but Fragsters, I mean, they're definitely positioned to get more than just 4 rounds here. What is the push from Zero and Co? I mean, that is so weird. They go for that push barely without any sort of utility usage, I guess. They try to make the play there. They try to push up middle without using any utility, not to attract any sort of attention. But, I mean, you do end up killing your 2 players, and you would have attracted some attention by killing a guy 2 stairs. So, I don't know. I don't think that was the correct play. At least nade. For say, nade towards T stairs there, towards T ramp. The nade can actually obscure visions of the terrorist side players, and the nade could actually even force someone to back away. But they didn't use neither. Both their players are dead. Gabeson trying to maybe spot out the smoke, some sort of gap with the smoke, but he doesn't see anything. I think Carcass. What Fragsters? Not sure what it is, Carcass. Okay, game agents now. That kind of, yeah, it's pretty much ripped for them at this point. Fleeve and PBD, they're pretty much stuck here. Like, I mean, there's the only 2 players from the CT side on the side. Those are Fleeve and PBD. I don't think they're gonna be able to hold this one off. Torben just pushing through the smoke. Actually jumps down and towards pit. That's a pretty good position for him to be holding. PBD is able to get a frag. But the thing is, though, there's still way more Fragsters players able to hold on to just a second. PBD, good lineup for him. And now Dragonfly's gonna get the kill in the end. But that looked good. That looked good for Game Agents. That looked very good. But yes, the Danes are able to come out on top yet again. That was close. That was kind of close there, you must admit. So yeah, it looks like Fragsters might actually even have their 6th. If they do end up having 6 rounds here on the T side, that would be quite good for them, I'll be honest. But even so, looks like Game Agents have kind of lost their footing. At one point, if you take a look back, the scoreline was 7-1. And so far, Fragsters. Ooh, Color doesn't see him. Color doesn't see Bubsky. In fact, jumps down, and I think this is where the B players are going to be having quite the difficult time. Yet again, they have to back away. Yet again, the B player is going to have to back away, and this isn't the first time someone on B dies here from Game Agents. Yeah, they really could use a sniper. They really could use a sniper towards B. But because their money situation just hasn't been that good, they can't really afford one. Game Agents? Again, playing... I mean, I would like to see a bit more risks being taken from the CT side team. To be completely honest with you, even in a round like this where you only have pistols, like, definitely try to take some risks. And like, because these risks aren't being taken, again, Fragsters are probably going to be winning this one. Fleeve is going to get taken down. Kind of close to even getting a frag, kinda, but still not good enough. Gabeson down towards the pit. He's going to get taken down by jumping down fresh. And PBD with 0. Now they're just stuck on the other side of the map. Yes, they retrieve a scout, but they're still going to be having a good buy, so they don't really have to save for, say, that CZ or even scout in the hands of 0. Well, that's pretty much the round here. 6 rounds of Fragsters. Not bad. Definitely not bad, especially... Okay, that was quite an awkward fight, but yes, Refresh is able to come out on top. What I do want to say is that Game Agents, they've slipped. You could definitely make the argument that they have slipped here on the CT side. If they're able to get the last 2 rounds here, if possible, then I think they're not going to be in a bad position as they probably could end up being, so to speak. If not, I mean, you're thinking, okay, we had a 7-1 lead. If the scoreline's going to be 8-7, that's going to be quite heartbreaking for Game Agents. Oh, Zero's gonna go for this play. I think Dragonfly might actually be expecting it, but no! Zero is way too quick. And like I said, you know, this app's aggression that we have been seeing from Zero has been working out for them almost 100% of the time. Oh, that was interesting. Because even though Bubsky, he does jump up, the AWP does still hit him in the end. I was hoping he might actually try to jump on the sandbags, but doesn't look like it just yet. And now GameAgents gotta be playing the passive game, and definitely, why not? I mean, you could definitely play the passive game when you have an initial frag. You could definitely work out for your team, but I would say the players on the A side may be playing a bit too passively on the sites. Like the B guys, I kind of do understand from their point of view. There's utility being thrown at them, but the A side players are just taking their time at this point. And once, oh no, they've actually allowed one to slip past through. Color has no idea, and so the push does happen, and Color not able to get the shot. So will Boofsky get the kill? And GameAgents, like this passive play from them, this isn't the first time. This is probably the second or third time you do get to see the passive play not really work out, because yes, you could be playing passively in the site, but you still need to have one player be somewhere on the rotation. There just has to be a player like that. And once you have the man up, if the rotating guy or someone playing passive on the side ends up dying, there's the rotating guy to help you out. And so far, it was pretty much a 2 versus 4, you could say, in that scenario. And the B-side players just weren't able to do it. Okay. So GameAgents at least gonna be able to save the rifles, but this isn't a very good game. I still would like to praise, you know, the start they did have. You know, the double up setup, it has been working out for GameAgents, but so far, so good for Fragsters. Not so much for the Hungarians. I mean, well, let's see. Even the double op setup now coming into play for Fragsters. Unnecessary? Yeah, you could you could definitely say that double ops are quite unnecessary on the T side for Fragsters, because really, even if they say even go for a fast round, like those could really work out in the scenario that is right now, because GameAgents is sort of passive play for them. One could make the claim they're playing way too passive. Zero is probably the only player we've saw play aggressive on the CT side, sometimes pushing up A apps, but even his initial frag apparently isn't good enough. It is good to see though players like I think that's Fleeve. Yes, he's playing on the B side. But it's actually good to see some players like Color, who was actually close by Arch, but now he's playing again sort of close by to the side. I think, yes, he's still going to be peeking through towards long, taking a look at that part of the map. He might just have to be the player that's going to have to rotate if rotation does come through. But even again, I know Fragsters, they pretty much found the sort of weakness in the defense of GameAgents, and they're gonna use it again. They're pushing on the side. Very successful push. Refresh though should be refragging very quickly, and so GameAgents again. They're definitely gonna go for the rotate here. Stavin, will he get the timing right? Yes, he will. He kills Gabeson. Almost kills Zero, but Zero and Color. I mean, that is it. This is RIP. GameAgents, you know. Let's just take a look at the scoreboard, right? 7-1 was the lead for GameAgents, and so far, talk about good halves. This is a stellar half for Fragsters, from a 7-1 to an 8-7. Nicely done by the Danes. And GameAgents, there were some serious cracks on that defense. Maybe they're gonna be having a bit better time on the offense. I do hope so. That could be the case. Like players like PBD and Gabeson didn't really have the most amount of impact in this game. Maybe the T side could be enough. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. But Fragsters, they're gonna be happy. They're gonna be happy about their performance. Trust me. as we are now switching sides. Terrorists actually already straight up. In fact, go for the full-on armor buy. Not even gonna wait a second. No utility, no nothing. Let's see though. Like I said, I mean, now I think the T side is going to be a bit more problematic for a team like GameAgents, because I do believe they communicate in something like the English language. After all, they do have a Swede in their roster, and oh, look at this fast play from Fragsters. They're already pushing up there towards middle, but Banana as well. They have no idea this push is happening, and GameAgents are now getting wrecked. Well, maybe as not wrecked as one might think, but yes, Torben stabbing nicely done. Cool. This is really cool for Fragsters. Like, this is turning out to be a much better game than what we have seen from GameAgents. And like I said, the communication is probably going to be one of the bigger issues for a team like GameAgents. Maybe if a player like, say, Zero is just going to be able to run and gun people on different parts of the map, I guess that could be enough, but guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Stavendo goes with a straight up pre-fire. That is, he's not able to do too much damage, but he at least knows there could be a player in AA apps. And GameAgents, I think they can actually try to explode on this A bomb site at this point. The majority of the players are here. Not quite sure what Fleet is still trying to do here. Zero does kill Torben. That is pretty good. That is pretty good opening for GameAgents. But now all they gotta do is just regroup and try to hit the side. They will continue on pushing through. But like I said, though they do push through, where was the bomb drop? Fleeve. If he does kill the player Bubsky here, this could be still his round. Yes, he does. Fleeve now. Is he gonna take the straight up fight? No, he's gonna try to plant the bomb. As he does plant the bomb for Fresh. He is coming from short, but he's making a lot of noise right now. Fleeve knows. Fleeve knows where the positioning of Refresh is at. And Refresh knows where Fleeve is at. Who's gonna peek first? It's probably gonna be Fleeve in this scenario. Refresh is gonna win the duel. But I mean, what happened there? Why on earth was a player like Fleeve so far behind his teammates? Like the guys just, there were 4 guys in A apps. There was still the bomb dropped somewhere around T spawn, which was very weird to see. Just have 4 of those guys in A apps to hit a little bit. Wait for the 5th guy and then go for the push. Have 5 players push in A, right? That would have been much, much better. And honestly, I wouldn't blame someone like Fleeve in that position. After all, he was kind of stuck there on the side. Once he heard where Refresh was coming from, I mean, it's very difficult round to win, to sort of win, because he actually jumped up on the default box there, on that corner. And from that point onward, a player like a CT guy can actually just pre-fire you to oblivion, and you'd be over. Satisfying? Oh yeah, you can definitely say that. I guess the good thing for GameAgents is that they were able to plant the bomb, which means that, hey, with the bomb being planted, they're gonna be having a bit more money coming into the 19th round. That's something. That's definitely something. Let's see. GameAgents, we're not seeing a lot of aggression from their side so far. They're playing, I guess you can say, quite passively, except the players in apps. They have been able to take apps control, which isn't that bad. And Fragsters, they don't have to fight for those parts of the map. Yes, they have a guy in Banana, but trying to fight for, say, something like apps, where there's close quarters combat right there, just doesn't make a lot of sense for a team like Fragsters. All they gotta do is just wait for the players who possibly don't have armor to come to them and just annihilate them, so to speak. Where's the flash? They were maybe expecting a flash, but no such flash exists. And so Fragsters are going to be able to, I think they're going to be able to hold this one off. Bubsky's getting rushed down, but he's with the MP9, a pretty decent weapon at that range. And I think they're actually going to try to go for the wraparound 0 with the CZ. And yes, the wraparound is happening, but oh no. They barely have, yes, they barely have any time left on the clock. 10 seconds, 0. I'm sorry, but he's going to have to die at this point. Because if he doesn't, And the timer runs low. What is... Okay. I'm not quite sure why Zero just didn't die towards to the guy in the, so to speak, pit there. Right? He's only got 10 or so seconds in a scenario where there isn't a CT. Holding there from CT, that could be, well, RIP, pretty much. Cool. So Fragsters' comeback is looking very nice, very solid. I will admit GameAgents are kind of struggling here as well. The T side is probably going to be the harder side to play on. Especially after the tab we had previously, it's not going to be that good. Okay, that's a pretty good tag and refresh. That's not a bad start. That's not a kill though, but it's something. GameAgents. Looks like they can actually try to take mid control here. Stavin has thrown a pretty good Molotov, deterring any Fragsters players, GameAgents players from peeking. Webski, in fact, isn't even left alone in that position. Like, being towards log isn't that bad of a spot to be in. I think right now, if you're GameAgents, you're probably going to try to win on the back of surprise, but oh no! The setup here is working out perfectly for Fragsters, as they are able to kill 3, lose, well, 2 of their own. But at the same time, this is pretty much the round here for Fragsters. Like Zero and Fleeve, yes, they're alive, but they're taking way too much time. Way much more time than they probably should be taking. 35 seconds on the clock. They're probably going to try to commit to the B play at this point. I think that will be the case. And if they do, like, they have to hurry up. They have to hurry up sincerely. 20 seconds. Now they're somewhere near the site. That's good to see. It does call off that one Molotov from Zero. Does call off rotation, so I guess it wasn't that bad of a Molotov to be throwing. But now, Fleeve and co. They're obviously going to plant the bomb. Zero has got the AWP. Looks like there's going to be a push of the smoke. Maybe not, but Torben spots that one and the second one as well. Fragsters are able to win the round. And so, with that round being won, they continue on with their streak of what? 11 rounds in a row, yes. Scoreline is going to be 12-7, and Fragsters will have won 11 rounds in a row. Ah, okay, the pause. Okay, it's good to see a pause. Actually, it does happen in the end because, let's be real here, like, they needed a pause. Even on the CD side, where they have lost, like, what, 5 rounds in a row, you need a pause at that point, GameAgents. Pauses are perfect. To discuss what is your plan on the next round, of course, pause is a good opportunity to reset mentally. Definitely, and I think I speak for all of us. We don't really want to be seeing a team like GameAgents just get decimated like that. Like, you want to see the game being close or something, but the fact that you have lost 11 rounds in a row is, yeah, it's not a good telling sign. Not to say that GameAgents are out of the realm of winning this run. Oh no. Like, they still have a chance. Don't get me wrong. It's just that they're probably themselves not gonna be feeling very confident coming into this second half at this point due to the amount of rounds they have lost. That is very dissatisfying. I guess what we could be happy about. You know, Zero, he hasn't been doing so good on the fragging department in teams like Hellraisers, but he's doing a pretty good job here with the GameAgents, so I guess, yeah, I mean, there's some sort of good storylines for both of these teams. Now, GameAgents, they really gotta win this one. Like, when I say they really gotta win this one, I do mean it. If they do end up losing another round here, I mean, they, as a team, gotta be feeling so horrible. Like, the mental game is just gonna be horrendous for GameAgents. Well, let's see what they will come up with. It looks like GameAgents are playing very passively. Take a look at the map real quick. Like, they're playing so passively. I do get him missing that shot from Color. I do believe that was Stavin boosting up one of his players, Dragonfly. That's good. You know, that's good. That's definitely very good for GameAgents. They're able to get the frag. And so, They have got an opening here. There we go. It may not be the end for GameAgents just yet. Color getting another frag. This is turning out to be very good. On the back of that scout, Color is able to do such a good job. Okay, now Fragsters. Now this is what I like to see from Fragsters. We didn't see this from GameAgents. Like, they're in a difficult situation to be winning the round, and Fragsters, they actually go for, I guess you could say, an interesting play here, trying to actually optimize their chances, maximize their chances by trying to put 3 players onto a site, a single site. And so the fact that they're doing this setup is actually very nice to see. We didn't get to see GameAgents do this not a single time, and okay, it does work out. We do see Color actually getting a frag from one of his teammates right there. I mean, they do get the round. That's good. That's pretty good. Well, now, this is looking good for GameAgents, at least for this round as well, because a team like of their own status, you know, they've been losing so many rounds in a row, and the fact that they're up against Nico means that they should be able to win this one. I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah, PBD does end up dropping there in the middle, but second mid to be exact. But I don't think that's gonna be that big of a game changer. They still, if regrouped, they should be able to win this one. That's what I'd say. 4 players. Well, I guess you could make the assumption 3 players towards Banana, definitely. One of them watching the behind, that'd be 0. And as Flame is creeping in, yes, he kills 1. Trying to go for the pre-fire there. Doesn't see a single player, and so far, Fragsters, yeah, it's pretty much over for them to win this round. I mean, they're only on an eco. They only have a couple of these upgraded pistols, and I think they're gonna go towards second mid. Maybe try to find a rifle that PBD owned. And so, yes, the rifle has been picked up. That's not a bad haul. If they also kill the 0 in this scenario, that could be another rifle being picked up. So overall, I guess we could say this is probably be a good round. A good round for Fragsters. So, gotta be careful. There's one dead player. Is the nade gonna... No, the nade's not gonna connect. He's down in the kitchen, so to speak. Oh, but they're rushing him. They don't see him though. They don't. Okay, they do spot him out in the end, right at the table. But even that was quite risky. I mean, it was arguably unnecessary for GameAgents to try to take away that AK-47 in a scenario where both the players die from GameAgents. That's, I mean, 2 rifles that gotta be in reinvestment, and they don't really have a lot of money. Let's be real. But okay. Now is that round. Now this is another gun round upon us. How good will be the offense of GameAgents? We're gonna have to wait and see. There we go. Some emphasis put on Banana, and so far so good for Fragsters. Dragonfly able to kill Color. Not that bad. Not that bad of a frag. They should definitely now start rotating one of their players off of Banana, especially with that frag being picked up. And so we see Bubsky back away. It's good to see that Fragsters, you know, arguably this unit has been way longer as a team than for, say, somebody like GameAgents, and they do get to see them having a CD side with a bit more depth than what we saw from GameAgents, because really, GameAgents, they've been playing pretty much the same setups over and over again. Oh, flash also coming out. I guess it wasn't the most effective flash out there. Torben's gonna drop dead to 0. As it does spot out 1 player for the Flames, and I think GameAgents right now, I think they're actually going to try to commit to the play here. The thing is, though, they're stalling, you know, they're taking their time, and so far, Fragsters have one of their players move up. Here's Zero, though. He's going to spot out Stavin. And now I do believe a player like Bubsky's going to get dropped dead. As Fresh, though, 2 frags for him. That is very nicely done. And now Bubsky, all he's got to do, just wait. Oh, no. PBD goes with the insta-plant. He doesn't check the site. And now Zero. I mean, if he's able to kill, let's say, Bubsky in that scenario, he's still got a chance, right? But then, yeah. Then there's Dragonfly. He's got to kill him. No, Dragonfly misses the shot. Yes, there's a chance for Zero, but finally. Oh, the madness has been stopped. Game Agents. They aren't able to win the round. Fragsters, though. Not bad. Not bad. You could be seeing some economical issues for Game Agents in the upcoming rounds. If Game Agents aren't able to win this upcoming round, they might have to eco. What happens if the team has to eco? Then Fragsters has got 14, and they're going to be so close at winning the entirety of the map. Entire best of 1. Like, if you want to talk about important gun rounds, this would have to be one of them. Color, though, is actually able to spot out Dragonfly just about it, and we could actually make the same assumption for Fragsters. They themselves don't have the most amount of money. So the money game here at this latter stages of the second half is going to matter quite a bit for both teams. Setting up the smoke, throwing it out. Looks like Game Agents is going to be willing to push the A side. And once the push does come through, like, be careful. Be careful, Game Agents, because you have players like Fragsters coming in from behind. I don't know where Fleeve is at. Okay, this is very weird. Fleeve has got the bomb, of all people. The fact that he's watching the flank is very weird. Now, Torben. Will they Molotov him? Will they check him? Because his position is quite vulnerable, but it's also a pretty decent one if you think about it. Looks like, oh, there comes in a flash, but the flash was from the terrorist side. Now he needs the backup, but yeah, like, that spot is very, very hard to be holding from. And this is pretty much it. Like, Bubsky? Maybe someone from the terrorist side team is maybe going to try to go for the hunt, but that's unnecessary. That's definitely unnecessary. But what is Bubsky and Refresh doing? Like, they don't really have to commit to the play here. All you gotta do is maybe even think about saving the rifles you have here. Pardon me, the SMGs you have here. I think they're trying to salvage a rifle here if possible. That's an AWP being picked up. That's very good. Bubsky goes in for the fight. And PBD, I think he's just gonna be able to survive here, but even so, that's an expensive round for Game Agents, even though you end up okay. PBD does end up dying with 100 points of health, which is a bit dissatisfying. That's still some damage being dealt on the Game Agents economy, and Fragsters, they've salvaged 2 very powerful guns. The AWP in the hands of, I think, Bubsky, as well as the AK-47. They're going to invest here. This is going to be an interesting round, I will admit. Because again, either team is on the brink of having to do an eco. Bubsky is going to be able to get a frag here. I honestly don't think so. I don't think no one from the terrorist side team will be peeking banana, at least not yet. They've been cautious. They've definitely been cautious about banana pretty much the entirety of their T side half. Late banana takes, yeah, but not fast banana takes. They've been scary about any sort of 8th of a piece they could have seen. Refresh though, he's been boosted up. I think he's actually seeing someone towards the middle right now. He's not in a very bad spot. But it's really gonna come down to Game Agents trying to go for the play while as there's still smokes there being deployed. Are they actually going for the play? They are taking mid presence, which is cool and all. But Bubsky, will he actually rotate? He's actually gonna play. Nah, yeah. He should definitely continue on holding towards banana. But there we go. Refresh with the frag in the middle. And I think right about now, Game Agents not having the best of terms here. But the fact that he killed Torben here, they might think about again trying to hit the A site, but look at this, they're doubting themselves. We saw them going back towards B, then going back towards A. There's still a smoke there. Are they gonna peek through the smoke here, Game Agents? Looks like they're gonna wait for the smoke to bloom by the looks of things. And Bubsky, is he ready? Yes, he is for one frag. Gonna back away, throw a Molotov, a crucial Molotov as well. The utility usage from this guy is insane, and Game Agents right now getting absolutely shut down by one offer. And so far, so good for Fragsters. Game Agents not having any of it. So far, so good for Fragsters. Game Agents, now this is horrifying. Why is it horrifying, you might ask? Let's take a look. The money game. It is absolutely horrid for the team. They've got barely any sort of money left, and the fact that they only have possibly 2 more rounds to play here means they either go for the full force buy here right now and try to accomplish something with it, or they go for an eco and then possibly have, again, upgraded pistols, maybe a couple of UMPs. Like, I completely understand Game Agents trying to go for the play they're doing right here, but this could be a fast play from their side. Will it actually work out here? Molotov's being thrown out. Oh no, it's not really working out. Zero does pick up one. Dragonfly is kind of stuck there, but he does get second frag as well. And I think this is the end. Yeah, for Game Agents, as Color still kills one player, but yeah, they know where he is. He's on the side. He's kind of stuck there. He's a dead man at that point. And so Game Agents claim. They're probably going to claim the title of a very unsuccessful game here. Because, I mean, we saw them have an amazing start. 7-1. And then Fragsters, they were able to win, what, 11 or so rounds in a row, I think? I think something like that, yeah, I mean, absolutely insane. Looks like 10 rounds in a row. Yes, 10 rounds in a row, that's not that bad at all. But yeah, Game Agents, I guess we could call it, at the end of the day, a bit of a choke from this team. They're still relatively new, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to iron out the mistakes, but so far, I have to admit, they are the better team. They are the better team. At least today, so to speak. Well, Game Agents. We saw Zero now being dropped. Stavin as well picking up the frag. This is probably the end here. Possibly for Game Agents. Like, Zero has been having quite the stellar game. You know, 35 frags for him on the losing side as well. Can't really blame all of it on his teammates. I mean, the team in general just has been functioning as well as they probably should be. So, 3 more players to prove us wrong here. And maybe, just maybe, the comeback from Game Agents. Yes, I can't believe I'm saying it. The comeback from Game Agents has to be here. And so, there we go. They're just lining up. And that's going to be the game here for Fragsters. 16-10. Not a bad effort from Game Agents, but to be completely fair with you, Fragsters showed up to be the superior team, and obviously so. They are, after all, a proper team here in Counter-Strike, and they have been playing together for quite a while. So that is about it for our 3rd best of 1. We're going to be jumping into our 4th best of 1. Be sure to give me a follow, if possible, here on Twitter, as you might see in the title. Of course, give a follow for the Starlighter channel as well, and we're going to be able to continue on with the Bets.net Challanger series. So definitely stay tuned.